The phone screen glows. A message appears, asking a tough question. Instead of opening it, you swipe the notification away, leaving it unread. In that moment, you feel a rush of control, as if ignoring the message gives you power. It feels like setting a boundary, protecting your energy in a world that's always connected. But is this really strength, or just avoidance? The phone goes dark, the message unanswered, and you've dodged a difficult conversation. Maybe you're avoiding guilt, sadness, or anger, building a wall around emotions you don't want to face. Ignoring feels like victory, but it's just a mask for discomfort. True strength isn't about building walls, it's about facing what's on the other side. Ignoring is easy, a passive action that creates a false sense of control. The problem doesn't disappear, it just waits in silence. The unread message lingers, growing heavier the longer you avoid it. Eventually, you'll have to face reality. The power of silence is temporary. What are you really gaining by leaving that message unread? We often think ignoring someone makes us look strong, but it's usually self-protection. Silence feels safer than facing uncomfortable emotions or conflict. Maybe you're afraid of confrontation or worried you'll say the wrong thing. Ignoring is a defense mechanism, a way to avoid pain, not a sign of strength. True strength is having the courage to face pain and work through it. It's about being vulnerable enough to say, "What you said hurt me," instead of disappearing. Avoidance keeps you in your comfort zone, but it also blocks growth. Next time you want to ignore someone, ask yourself, am I being strong or just scared? Recognizing that ignoring is self-protection is the first step. It's not power, it's a signal that something needs to be addressed. Real strength is engagement, not avoidance. Choose courage over comfort. Find a healthier way to handle the situation. Ignoring people often comes from learned behavior, emotional distancing rooted in past pain. Maybe you grew up where emotions weren't discussed, or you've been hurt before. So you keep people at a distance, using silence as a shield. For example, someone betrayed by a friend might now ignore others to avoid getting hurt again. This isn't cruelty, it's survival. But the shield that keeps you safe also keeps you isolated. You miss out on real connection, love, and support. The very thing protecting you is also holding you back. Understanding this helps us have compassion for ourselves and others. It's not about being strong, it's about being wounded. But we can learn new ways to cope. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the path to healing. Lower the shield and let people in. When you ignore someone, it's easy to focus on your own reasons, but your silence deeply affects the other person. For them, silence is loud, filled with anxiety and self-doubt. They wonder what they did wrong, replaying every conversation. Your silence creates a void, often filled with self-blame and pain. The lack of closure is an open wound. They'd often prefer a hard truth over confusing silence. But the pain isn't one-sided. The person ignoring feels temporary relief, but unresolved issues linger. Guilt and regret build up and the problem remains hidden. Silence doesn't solve anything, it just transfers pain. Both people are left without closure or peace. Ignoring creates echoes of pain for everyone involved. True resolution only comes from communication. Real strength isn't in avoidance. It's in honest, courageous communication. Facing tough conversations shows maturity and respect for both sides. Ignoring leaves confusion. Clear words provide closure. Even saying, "I need space," is better than disappearing. Healthy boundaries are communicated, not silent. For example, "I'm not ready to talk now, but I'll reach out when I am." That's responsible communication, not avoidance. True strength is knowing the difference. Reflect on your own habits. Is silence really making you strong or just shielding you? Let's choose clarity over confusion, honesty over avoidance. Say what you mean, and give others the respect of a clear answer. This builds healthier relationships with others and with yourself. What's one step you can take today toward clearer communication? Share below.